Good morning, everybody. Dímelo, mi gente. Y los pescados que están nadando. Hey, you already know this is Punch Run Boxer, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazón, a.k.a. El Borracho. Well, hey, good morning, anyway. No drinking right now because, it's too early, drinking coffee or tea. Hey, anyway, Bobby Arim, in a recent interview, said that he got a special announcement that he's going to be making this week in reference to Bud Crawford, Terence Bud Crawford, WBO welterweight champion of the world, and his next opponent. Pay-per-view event. Said he has a special announcement, so it got to be a special opponent. Now, when you talk about special, a lot of people talking about Manny Pacquiao maybe, but Manny Pacquiao, he gave up the belt. What's so special about that? What is he going to gain? But of course, sharing the ring with a legend like Manny Pacquiao, 8th Division World Champion, you already know, who Five Lineal, one of the greatest of all time. People talking about Shawn Porter, and they've been in negotiation, in and out talks, and Bobby Arim said that they're in negotiation, they still talking. He met up with Kenny Porter, and probably that's the leading man right now, right? But Keith Thurman, former unified champion of the world, And I know a lot of people is frustrated with Keith Thurman. Is he retired when he's going to be fighting? The last time he fought was against Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao that whooped that ass. But it was a good fight. There was people that had it. It was a split decision win by Manny Pacquiao. People felt that probably, was a draw. Probably that Keith Thurman would have escaped with a win, I'm going to say this. For the people that's frustrated with Keith Thurman, I'm going to say this. The question is, what? And I'm talking about these guys, not Manny Pacquiao, because Manny Pacquiao has already got a cemented legacy. But I said this once before. If you have followed the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, get my updated videos. I said this once before. With all the critique of Keith Thurman and his inactivity, who has done something in the welterweight division more than Keith Thurman? I'm talking about other than Manny Pacquiao. Who has done more than what Keith Thurman has done? Has Errol Spence done more than Keith Thurman in the welterweight division? With all the inactivity that Keith Thurman had, right? People will say that he was holding up the division. Has anyone substantially have done more than Keith Thurman in the welterweight division? I'm talking about Bud Crawford. Has he done more than Keith Thurman in the welterweight division? Has Errol Spence have done more in the welterweight division? Has Shawn Porter, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, Abdul Kokorov, Virgil Ortiz, Bruce Ennis, name me anybody. Has anybody done more than Keith Thurman in the welterweight division of this era? No. So, when we're talking about Bud Crawford's next opponent, I believe that Shawn Porter is a great opponent. And I believe that Keith Thurman is equally great. It was a great opponent. And probably a lot of people be like, yo, but Shawn Porter is probably a better opponent because he's more seasoned. I mean, we don't know where Keith Thurman is at. We don't know if he's damaged goods. You already know he had that, he had a couple of surgeries and the hand problems. We don't know if he's the same. We feel like he's not even one time no more. But the question is, what's a more accomplishable win, though? You already know that Keith Thurman beat Shawn Porter. Danny Garcia. Errol Spence beat Shawn Porter, Danny Garcia. Even Keith Thurman said that, that Errol Spence is following the Keith Thurman blueprint. Every time that Shawn Porter did step up versus an elite, there's people that feel like Shawn Porter did beat Ugas. But then there's people that feel that Shawn Porter may have beaten Spence or Thurman. But we gotta count the wins and losses. So let's be frank, let's be direct, and let's speak with facts. Nobody substantially has done more than Keith Thurman from this era. Nobody. So the most accomplishable fight or win for Bud Crawford would be Keith Thurman. Aside from Manny Pacquiao again. Because if he beats Keith Thurman, at least he's doing something that Errol Spence hasn't done, or it's not traceable. It's not traceable. You understand what I'm saying? If Bud Crawford beats Shawn Porter, it's still Shawn Porter lost to Keith one-time Thurman. So am I right to say that the most accomplishable win for Bud Crawford from either Shawn Porter, Keith one-time Thurman is Keith one-time Thurman? I think so. I mean, we can have a dialogue. I mean, it could be debatable because, of course, what I presented to y'all, I just think that, I think it will be more an impressive, I mean, both will be an impressive one. I'm going to tell you like this, man. Shawn Porter humbles everybody in the welterweight division. If you thought that Earl Spence was head and shoulders above somebody, or Bud Crawford or anything like that, Shawn Porter is that opponent that has humbled the whole welterweight division. Because technically, for real, ain't nobody head and above shoulders. I'm talking about the elites. Ain't nobody head and above shoulders anybody. And I'm talking about the top 5. Nah. I still think that they will all have to fight each other. You can mix and matches. You can see a Keith one-time Thurman probably going versus Bud Crawford. I don't know who win. I'll probably pick Bud right now. But if Keith one-time Thurman was on his A+ game, I would have picked Keith one-time Thurman. And remember, Keith one-time Thurman was the guy that everybody was gunning. Earl Spence and Bud Crawford have said on the ESPN platform that the guy, their legacy fight at one time was Keith one-time Thurman. At the end of the day, everything's going to be tracing back to if you could beat Keith one-time Thurman. If Manny Pacquiao was not around, because ain't nobody has done more. Did Keith done more than Earl Spence at this point? No, he got better record at this point. Like, not a better record, he got a loss, but I'm just saying, has Earl Spence done more? Has he accomplished more than Thurman? Nah. So, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. I could be wrong. I could be right. I don't know. Fuck it. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Get my updated videos. I'm going live later on today. Shout out to Hispanic Causing Panic. G Funky. D Style. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Check out your boy. Love y'all. God bless. On to the next.